This is the new YSDP website. That it starts out with professional pictures indicating the professional orchestra that it is. That you look down, a new visitor would look and saying, yes, I know, I can see what is about us. I can see concerts coming up. I can see auditions if I have a student ready for auditions, ensemble and chamber. And then further on down are programs and being able to click on those and get more detail associated with it. But for right now, let's look and say, that's home. Let's look about. We can go to music directors. There's Dr. Lou. That we can look and saying, what's our history? Essentially, yes, our history on and FAQ and being able to see the latest newsletter. All there. Going to be able to concerts. See the upcoming concert coming up on the 24th. There's a link to Ticket Leap. Taking you there, being able to order tickets, that being able to then come back and understand there's a spring concert coming up on April 24th also, that past concerts, we have past concert video, hooking into YouTube, past concert music, being able to play music that has been downloaded to the site here. Then we can join YSDP with audition requirements, and that if I'm in the members area, I look and see, saying, I want to fill out a rehearsal absence report. No, sorry, you do not have a position. We actually have a members area that is limited to members. So if I was a member, I'd want to be able to register. So I take and saying that, I'll put a username in. And being able to fill this out, put in essentially an email, and put in the orchestra, and finally come and being able to then put in the password associated with this. Of course, you repeat the password, and being able to submit this form. I have a username exists already. Yes, so let's use test user 1 and then being able to repeat the password. So if the person had been already in there, they would have figured that out. And being able to register. I'm a user, test user 1 is in here. Let's be able to log in as test user 1. And of course, we could click Remember Me, so I don't have to use that again. I don't have to save this. And I'm currently logged in. Now, as a member, I can look and say, yes, I'll have information on where rehearsals are, basically rehearsal information, but also be able to do rehearsal absence reports. For example, and that I was in symphony, wasn't I? Yes. It'll let me pick the date, so that one's passed. Let's pick the next one. And I'll submit the form. That I further would be able to have the events calendar, being able to look at the calendar. And also being able to see that newsletter again. So it's actually the same newsletter I saw before. And then finally, the concerto competition is already passed, and hence that this would be essentially for next year. At this point, it's saying, I also have a volunteer area that I would want to display the absence report, but members really wouldn't be able to, they don't have permission. I need to have a volunteer be able to do this. So let me log out here. And come back in. Let me just show you that, you remembered, but for right now, let me log back in as Dr. Lou. He logs in. He could be doing this on his mobile phone. This works on tablets. This works on laptops. It works on mobile phones. So let's display that absence report. So he'll be able to have the information. You notice that here that test user one's here. I also had other people have added in their absence reports testing the system. So I can check it. And I can also come in and be able to add essentially the newsletter. So I have a new newsletter. So we'll just have this newsletter test. And saying, oh, okay, it's going to be a very short newsletter. I submit the newsletter. And then I can come back in here as a member and saying, oh, I should be able to see that newsletter. There's my test newsletter there. I could view all the newsletters. Basically, newsletter test, and then there's my newsletter from that was in there before. I will be able to log out. And that is the set, essentially a minimal viable product of the YSDP new website. Thank you.